year. We're exactly halfway through the year. We're starting the second semester. So I wanted to sort of do a little revisioning with you guys this morning. What is the date that we start accepting admissions at TDA? Does anybody, one of the admin knows? Somewhere mid-February. What? February 17th. So that's like almost a year ago today. So almost a year ago today, most of you, somewhere between February and August, you guys applied to TDA. For some of you, have been doing it every year, so you don't even think about it anymore. You just sign the papers. Your parents are like, here, sign this, write this. Boom, you're done. You get your interview, and away you go. And that was like almost a year ago for some of you, maybe 6 months ago for others. But you guys signed something that I just want to remind us about and maybe revisit a little bit. As a community, we have made a decision not to date, right, until we graduate, right? So this is a weird decision to make as a community because it's an individual decision. Each one of you is making it, and yet the whole community makes it. So you're like arm in arm, hand in hand with your brothers and sisters. We have all decided to do this, but really when it comes down to it, each one of you inside your heart has decided to do it. It's kind of a cool, that alone is a cool aspect of this commitment because it's an individual decision for a community, and it's a community decision for an individual. So I want you guys to think about that. You guys have done something for the community by choosing not to pursue attractions. You've done something for the community. And as a community, we're helping each other to make that decision. So I want to review that decision really quickly today, partly because we're starting for the high schoolers, we're starting our Body Talks class this afternoon. And I don't really like to say that's our Body Talk about dating, because that's not really what that class is about at all. But I did want to sort of revisit this because it's the middle of the year, and frankly, this is when that decision gets harder, right? It's kind of easy to make that decision, like for the future. It's harder to live that decision now, and it is hard. I want to make a couple of statements about this as we go forward. The first thing I want you guys to remember is attraction is a good thing. You don't get in trouble for having a crush on somebody. It's very common, especially in the junior high, to go, oh no, I have a crush, I'm going to get in trouble. That's actually not the way this works, right? We love it when we are attracted to other people. It's a good thing. You should be attracted. There are some amazing people in this room. You should be attracted to them, right? It's normal, it's natural, it's life-giving, and it's from God. God dedicated an entire book of the Bible to romantic love. I'm going to say it again. God dedicated an entire book of the Bible to romantic love. He likes it, right? We don't not like it. We like it. It's a good thing. So I don't want you guys to think we think dating is bad. We don't. I don't want you to think it's bad to be attracted. You should be attracted. It's a good thing to be attracted. And I just want to throw this verse at you for now to start with. Whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, fix your thoughts on these things. I've got news for you guys. Romantic love is true, honorable, perfect, and pure and lovely. It's a good thing. God made it on purpose. So as you walk out this decision not to date, I just want to make sure we start with this foundation. Attraction is good. But when we have attraction, we have choices. Lots of them, actually. A lot of us think the only choice is to take my attraction and throw it in the garbage disposal and run it as hard as I can so that I don't feel it anymore, so I don't get in trouble. That is, generally speaking, the strategy that we have. Either that or sneak, right? I want to expand our world a little bit beyond that. So when we have attraction, we can admire a person. Wow, I'm really attracted to that person. I admire this, and this about them, okay? We notice their strong qualities. This is a good idea because it just kind of creates a bank of, oh, when I do find my life partner, I want them to have these qualities. You can also, when you are attracted to someone, you can choose to help them. They drop their books, you pick them up. They look sad, you say what's wrong. You look for ways to make their life better. When you're attracted to someone, you can learn about yourself. What is it I like about that person? Do I want to be like that person? Is there something that they have that I want to grow in? What is it I see about this person that's so interesting? You can pray for people that you're attracted to. I dare you to pray for someone you have a crush on and watch what happens to your crush. Pray for them. Not pray that they'll notice you and like you, but pray for them. Like genuinely, like, Lord, bless them. Bless them as they struggle. I can see that they're really struggling in the English class. Bless them. They look really depressed today. Lord, I just pray for this person. You can also show kindness to them. Affection. Okay, now one of the things that we tend to do is we tend to be unkind to people we have crushes on because we don't know what to do. We have all this kind of weird energy. And so we literally, throughout the history of TDA, have seen people smack, punch, hit, trip people they have crushes on. Like, that's like a weird thing, but it just does happen. Let's take that and move it more towards life-giving affection. Just be kind. So these are all things we can do with our attractions. They're not necessarily the things we will do if we don't try. Here's what we tend to do. We tend to change the way we behave. Hi, Billy. It's so good to see you. Or, hey, Betty. Yeah, right? We tend to change, like we're not ourselves anymore. We tend to try to get their attention. This is a big issue, like when you walk down the hallway and run into someone while they're trying to get their books from their locker. Like, we're trying to get their attention. Do you notice me now? Do you notice me now? Do you notice? Oh, I got to stand by the front door because they're going to walk in. I saw their car in the driveway. Oh, look at me. I'm at the front door. All these things that we do, we're trying to get their attention. We imagine what it would be like to be with them, right? Oh, what if they said this to me or they said that to me? I would love to go on a date with that person. We just let our minds go crazy. We tend to orient our life around them. How's your day? It's terrible. Why? I can't tell you. Well, that's because the girl I have a crush on didn't look at me today, right? My whole day has gone right down the toilet, right? So we want to watch out for this, right? We orient our whole life about them. I can't have a good day if Billy doesn't smile at me, right? That's orienting our life around someone. And then the other thing we tend to do is we tend to adore people. They are so wonderful. They say, well, what do you like about them? Oh, I don't know. They're just wonderful. It's like, well, actually, try to answer that question, okay? So I want you to look at this screen. This is a really important screen up here. This is really important. Do you guys see that there are choices that you make? You actually have choices in the face of your challenging attractions. You do have choices. I'm almost done, okay? And this is the challenge that we have. I will promise you this. If you go to Jesus and say, help me make the choices on the left and help me not make the choices on the right, you will have a deeper relationship with Jesus, okay? This is how we deepen our relationship with Jesus in the context of relationship. Now, I want to say one more thing. This is often how this feels, okay? We feel like we're trying to have a life-giving friendship, but we fall back into obsession, and we try, and we fall, and this is a normal feeling, okay? A lot of you, if I said stand up if you've ever felt this way about a crush, half of you at least would stand up, okay? So I want you to understand that this is kind of a frustratingly normal feeling. And now I'm going to say this. Quiet. As a friend of someone who has a crush, are you helping them? As a friend of someone who has a crush, are you making the obsessive crush side stronger? Or are you making the life-giving friendship side stronger? And this is what I really want you to take away. As a friend, as a sister to sisters who have crushes, as a brother to brothers who have crushes, whose side are you on? You are on a side. You will either help them go that way or you will help them go that way. You will make a difference. My question to you as sisters and brothers is, what difference are you making? And I challenge you to help your friends when they have crushes to make the life-giving friendship choice. How? By encouraging all the things in the white. Okay? Encourage that. How can I pray for you? How's it going today? Don't do things like walk down the hall and bump into them when the girl walks next to them so they bump into her. Don't try to get them in the same car together. Do the things that will help them win. That's what friendship is. doing the things that help your friends win. So, if you have a crush, take a look at this, screenshot it in the back of your head, and try to make good choices. If you have a friend that has a crush, take a look at this, screenshot it in your head, and try to help them make the friendship choices, okay? That's my revisiting of our commitment, not to date. So, Jesus, I love these young men and women. I am so, so glad that you know each one of them. You know their hearts. You know what they love. You know what they're afraid of. You know what they long for. I ask, God, that you would come now and join us, join our hearts in the things that we long for. Empower us to make the good choices. Empower us to look up and look out, to serve, to love, to bless. Help us, God, with our confused hearts, to help us with our passionate hearts. Passion is yours. You gave it to us. We love you. Help us to stand strong, Jesus. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, go to class.